The following is a test of the Emergency Podcast Network. Please stay in your homes, remain calm, and await further instructions. The PLE Patrol will be with you momentarily.
For miles, just another day, waiting for the sun to shine in vain. Welcome to my world, yeah. This is my broken world. The silent whispers of the frozen air. It's dragging me deeper into despair. Someone set me free. Get me out of this tragedy. All the time, all around. It's not a light and not a sound. I close my eyes, I'm crying.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night, and it's not Saturday Night Gaming. It's Saturday night's main event. I've got OMD with me, and I am actually coming from OMD's house. OMD, how are you doing, brother?
I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. It is a pleasure to have you here as we get ready for Saturday night's main event. And as we can see, but my signal decides to keep buffering, we are getting the classic WWE logo.
Dude, I'm already marking out just seeing that brick logo, even though we are buffering right now. And right now on our screen, we've got the undisputed WWE champion making his way into the building with that mysterious box that Triple H handed him. And Kevin Owens is making his presence felt as well.
That he is. We also have the Judgment Day and Damage Control on our screens. I believe that mystery box is the Stardust outfit. But no, we are jacked, ready for this show. Hopefully this gives us back that nostalgic feel from the 80s and not the remake from 2008.
Oh, come on. You want to you know you want to see Evander Holyfield and Matt Hardy go at it.
Not really, but speaking of Evander Holyfield, I did see from a topic we covered last Tuesday on Turnbuckle Talk, a still from the first episode of Legends and Future Greats with Elijah Holyfield going to the ring.
Oh, that sounds interesting. And you actually called it. I saw a quick shot of the entranceway, and they're using the entranceway with the neon lights. I keep looking over this way because OMD is literally right beside me, guys. So
that is fantastic. I didn't get to see it, but we do have Jesse the Body Ventura with Joe Tessitore. And Jesse has his feathered boas and everything. He is on the mic right now. Hopefully there is a replay so that I can hear everything he says afterwards.
yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if they actually put it on the network. Right now, the way they got this shot with the crowd in the background, and if you look at what Joe Tessitore is wearing, he's wearing what Vince McMahon would wear as a commentator. Jesse's also got his snakeskin leather jacket thing that he used to always wear at Saturday night's main event as well. And this is just total nostalgia that I'm seeing right now.
Absolutely, it is. It is brilliant. You can hear the intensity and the passion back in Jesse's voice, even though we can't really hear him. Joe Tessitore, yes, I see this toxin. Yes, I'm reminded of Vince McMahon, but I'm also reminded of another legend from Saturday night's main event and that bygone era, the legendary, the greatest ring announcer of all time, Howard Finkel.
Oh, geez. I thought you were going to go Gorilla Monsoon for a second because Gorilla used to kind of wear those suits too, with the exception of the black one because like he always had like a red overcoat sometimes with it. And the only thing that would have been missing from Joe Tessitore is those big sunglasses looking things that Gorilla always wore. And look at that. The rumor that you and I were discussing on our ride home, on our ride over here, is true. Pat McAfee has made his presence felt here. And of course, he's got the crowd hype.
That he absolutely does. But would we expect any less? We just saw the Macho Santa Claus at ringside. We are getting Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, and it appears, I'm not sure if there's a third commentator or not, or if it's just going to be the four of them.
No, I think it's just the two of them right now. And I'm going to assume Tessitore is in that host role, you know? But did you happen to see the entranceway too? It's total 80s style entranceway. You know, the aisle with the barricades close together, the fans reaching out to tag the wrestlers. It throws me back all the way to 1994 when we saw the WWF live, because that's what the entranceway was set up like.
Right. Yes. I couldn't miss it. It's that intimate venue type feel. And here we go. We are getting our first match and our first introduction of the night. And it is Drew McIntyre. So what a hot way to start the show.
Yeah, Drew and Sami, and okay, that's what they actually did. I thought it was just like the physical setup, but what they actually did was they used like an LED kind of setup for the entranceway, which is still very nostalgic feeling, you know.
It is, and my channel, for whatever reason, my signal wants to keep buffering, so I'm going to see if I can find a better feed.
Okay, so here's a stat that I completely forgot. We've got of course, when you see the wrestlers making their way to the ring, they always give a little bit of a stat on the wrestler, and I totally forgot about this, but Drew McIntyre eliminated Sami Zayn from this year's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that is definitely not a fact that I would have remembered.
And this is an old episode of the WWE my mic my mic was muted and I was talking, but I'm saying, how about that for nostalgia? They're showing like an insert of what led to this match tonight. I kind of want some insert promos tonight.
I would love to see the insert promos again. I think that that's what they need to start going back and doing on the regular programming as well. But what a hot match to start the show. Who do you have taking this one?
I've actually been like going back and forth on this match all week. But I gotta say, they need to keep if they need to keep his build up, Drew needs to take the win here. Because the way it's been looking, like as we saw on SmackDown last night and Raw a couple weeks ago, Drew is attacking anybody and everyone who has some sort of an affiliation to CM Punk. So he's taken out Jimmy. He's taken out Jay. Tonight, he takes out Sami. Maybe at the Royal Rumble, he takes out Roman Reigns or something like that.
Right. And I know we've all speculated on anybody who's had affiliation with Punk, but let's not forget he's actually blamed all of the original bloodline for costing him that world title back at the inaugural Clash at the Castle. And now that you have that initial bloodline back together, this time in the face role and the roles are reversed, I can see that being it and not so much necessarily CM Punk, though Punk was affiliated with them for War Games.
How's this for another nostalgia feel? Look at what the referee is wearing.
And the ring ropes.
That actually makes me glad, especially with what I did with the intro, because I found an arena that did this exact same build essentially, with the red, white, and blue, and the block WWF logo in the corners. One thing I'm noticing too, no Prime in the middle of the ring.
I don't think you need to go with Prime tonight just to keep that nostalgia feel. You do have the Prime Kurt still at ringside, though.
And sorry, Logan Paul, I'm not drinking Prime tonight. I'm drinking Body Armor.
And I have my Pepsi. What a throw there from Drew, tossing Sami right over the desk. And we go to our first commercial break of the evening.
He launched him across that table. Holy cow. And Sami, like at the beginning of that match, he came out like a ball of fire and just took everybody. Did what he can to try and take Drew down.
And that's what you had to expect, was Sami coming out like a ball of fire, that house of emotion, because of the sneak attacks the last 2 weeks from Drew. And then, of course, now the attack on his buddy Jimmy Uso last night on SmackDown, as we witnessed.
Yeah, so do you think this match continues, or does this feud continue in some way or another after this match, maybe?
I see maybe one more match. I don't think it's going to continue and drag out unless you start seeing, as we discussed sort of after the show last night, with the draft window, whatever it's going to be, trade window, trade portal, whatever you want to call it. And maybe we get a new faction come out of this to carry on this rivalry with the bloodline, thus delaying Roman's return to the top.
Yeah, and that's where I'm thinking, like I had mentioned, that maybe we get Roman and Drew having a match at the Royal Rumble, or even the next Saturday night's main event, or even the January 6th Raw. And I know that, and I'm already top loading that with a bunch of matches right now. But we'll have to see the way things go over the next few weeks up until that show, really.
Yes, that show coming to us January 25th from San Antonio, Texas, a week before the Royal Rumble. So we are in a very interesting and, for what is supposed to be a bit of a lull in the WWE calendar year, hot action, fast-paced, edge of your seat. Nothing more to say, really.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, as an editor, these pre-taped shows that are coming up are gonna they make it so much easier on me, because it's like, here's all the matches, this is what's going to happen. I don't read the spoilers, but I'm like, here's all the matches. I can prepare SmackDown Security Detail in advance. I can prepare Raw in advance. I can actually do all of our shows in advance now. And we're back from our commercial break, and Drew is just still dominating Sami Zayn here.
He is, and I want to apologize because we have missed numerous comments. We've got Bobby Stats coming in and saying, hello, guys. He says, and then he says, hope you guys are having a great day. We absolutely are. Thank you, Bobby. Parrish coming in on Twitch asking what's up. Well, we are doing the PLE Patrol for SNME, as you well know. Break your opponent's leg. Don't break your own, Parrish. Oscar 433, whatever his name is, saying there's a hacker in our stream. Well, thank you, Oscar. Bobby coming back in and saying, nice to see Pat McAfee. Yes, it is. Bobby Petito again saying he'd like to see it too. And Bobby has Drew winning this match.
That was a little weird on my part, because all of those comments literally on my streamer just populated the screen. That was strange. But Bulkster, yeah, we are watching Saturday night's main event, and surprisingly, even though we are in Canada, we're watching it on Peacock.
That we are, but that is where my feed is coming from tonight live. Thank you for joining us, Bulkster. We always appreciate you. And I'm wondering if the comments are because you're actually on my Wi-Fi tonight as well.
Yeah, it could be just my laptop trying to get used to your Wi-Fi. So, okay, now the comments are coming in as they come in. And we've got Bobby Stat saying that he's watching Saturday night's main event as well. Bobby, that's what we're all here for. We're all here to watch and enjoy some wrestling tonight. And as we're seeing a promotion right now for a PLE that OMD is going to in February, I believe. Or no, March for Elimination Chamber.
Yes, I will be live on location for the PLE Patrol that night. So you will not get to see my beautiful face on the screen. You will not get to see this moneymaker. But I will be sending in pictures and updates live. So we've got two of the PLEs covered, between the Bulkster and Parrish going to the Royal Rumble, myself going to the Chamber.
Drew and Sami are just laying it all out on the line right now. I mean, this is how you start off a new version of the Saturday night's main event. Ooh, Jesus. I'm pretty sure Sami's going to be spitting chiclets after that headbutt.
That is probably the most vicious Glasgow kiss I have ever seen from Drew.
Not gonna lie, I thought Sami had him on that blue thunder bomb.
We always believe that he's got somebody with the blue thunder bomb, and it very, very seldom happens.
Not gonna lie, they're showing a little promo for the WWE shop. That American Nightmare shirt there. I kind of want that shirt.
Yep, absolutely. I'm anxious to add some new decorations to the wall behind me here, and we'll figure things out from there. Wrong button, OMD. But there we get the Claymore, and what a hot match to start. 1, 2, 3. We've got our finish.
What a finish, too. I mean, it wasn't as dominant as I thought it was going to be for Drew. Sami did put up the fight, as he always seems to do. But Drew's just like 2 down or 3 down. 1 more to go, maybe, because I'm almost certain maybe the next target could be Roman.
We also seem to forget about Jey Uso. We've mentioned Jimmy, we've mentioned Sami, we have not mentioned Jey yet.
I mentioned Jey. I said he took Jey out a couple weeks ago, but at the same time, that possibly could mean that we see Jey show up on Monday and demand a match with Drew.
Yes, we did, but we didn't actually see Drew take him out. We heard Drew say he took him out. So is he just taking credit for somebody else's work, or did he take him out?
And of course, the only person to answer that is going to be Jey, and I'm thinking maybe Monday night we will get that answer here. Bobby Stats, thank you very much for liking that video. So glad to have you guys here.
Yes, but Bobby, like you said too, we love seeing Jesse the Body back. We don't get to hear his comments right away because we have to watch at a lower volume so that our mics aren't picking up the show. But it looks like we are going to get the Women's World Championship next.
Yeah, and also just a heads up too, guys, if you hear like a slight delay in our responses, it's because like OMD and I are sitting right next to each other. So we mute our mics every once in a while so that OMD's mic isn't picking up my voice, or his voice isn't picking up mine. Just a little behind the scenes look at what we're doing right now.
We are breaking the fourth wall for what goes on here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Speaking on that, just a little programming note, the PlayStation Showcase for December 25th will be a pre-recorded episode. I still don't know which game I want to do yet. I'm thinking maybe NASCAR because I'm still currently obsessed with that game.
Yes, hopefully I'm going to have some time this evening after the show to delve back into some Indiana Jones. I know Bubba and I have discussed a new game that we are going to try that is co-op. It's certainly not one of my favorites, but I haven't tried it, and that being Far Cry 5. So I don't know if that's what's going to be coming on the Boar's Nest this week or not. We'll have to figure it out.
If that happens to be the case, I will jump in because I am an expert on Far Cry games. I've played Far Cry 3 through 5. I'm still trying to get used to 6 because 6 kind of went a different route than what the Far Cries I'm used to have gone. So,
right. And a programming note, I will talk to Bubba, but right now, tentatively, the Boxing Day edition of the Boar's Nest is going to be null because I will have my son that week. So I'm going to talk to him. Maybe we pre-record an episode this weekend. I don't know. I've only got one day off this week, that being tomorrow. And then I'm back to work Monday.
and breaking the fourth wall here again, but I already reserved you tomorrow for 1 hour to record the Christmas episode. So,
Yes, that you did. I completely forgot. Thank you.
not gonna lie, but it's kind of boring for when we get commercial breaks on the Peacock, because all we're seeing is Peacock WWE. We'll be right back. I kind of think that WWE, maybe if they do this on Netflix, because I get a feeling on SmackDown on Netflix here in Canada, they're probably going to do that. WWE should maybe throw up a bunch of their commercials, maybe it being Scott Stanford promoting an event, or something that's on sale on the shop, or some kind of upcoming programming with Netflix. And we're back with the WWE commercial.
Yes, we are. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. I know when I sign up for Netflix, which it will be very, very soon, actually, I will be paying the extra money to get the ad-free tier and see where things go from there. And it's going to be interesting because we will all be on the same level for the Raw Patrol, for the PLE Patrols during that. And then there we go. And we've got Tito Santana hanging out at ringside.
Dude looks like he can still go. Oh yeah, Rich Herring. He's a Warrior Award recipient. And there he is, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. One of my favorite managers of all time. Just brings a smile to my face every time I see him on WWE TV.
Looks just like he did back then. Looks like he could still be effective and be in somebody's corner.
You know what? You're not wrong on that one, because last night I was watching some old Saturday Night's Main Event on the WWE Vault over on YouTube, and one of the matches they showed was a dream match that I didn't even know happened. It was one of my personal dream matches, but it was Macho Man versus Bret Hart. What a fantastic match that was. And it was all because at the previous Saturday Night's Main Event, the Hart Foundation had cost Macho Man a shot at the Intercontinental title. He was fighting the Honky Tonk Man for the belt. And I remember Jimmy Hart was just all over the place in that match, and he still looks the way he does now.
Right. But now I have to add, did anybody else see just how gorgeous Dakota Kai looked as she stood at the top of the entranceway with Damage Control? As we have Io Sky make her way into the ring. And you gotta love the feel of the ringside area tonight.
I wish I lived on Long Island so I could be at this event. Or I wish I found out, say, back in June, so I could have saved money to go to Long Island to check out this event.
Right? That would have been awesome. And I'm wondering if there's some guy named Max maybe sitting up in a skybox somewhere and watching the show.
As you can see by OMD's exasperated face, we've got a little bit of a buffering situation going on here. They were looking at just a video, it looked like it was a video package for Io Sky and how she got the shot at the title. Dude, every time you go to change it, it comes back. That's awesome. And here comes Carl's favorite woman. Oh, yeah, she's looking good tonight, too.
Yes, she is. And Carl is probably jealous because he's probably at work or getting ready for work and unable to watch the show tonight. But I'm really digging this whole thing with the security following them. And you're not getting the outside interference from any of the groups at being ringside. It looks like it's all going to be one-on-one. Now, that could, of course, all break down throughout the match and throughout the show.
Yeah, I expect three types of interferences in this match. I expect Raquel to do something, Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane possibly getting involved, but even Rhea Ripley, I wouldn't be surprised if she finds her way out. Charles Robinson is the referee for this match, and he's totally looking like old school WCW Charles Robinson, because WCW, they used to wear the same kind of referee outfits as well.
Yes, they did. They went to those referee outfits as the WWE was phasing them out. But did you also notice not only does he have the thick earpiece, he's got the ref cam on the side of his head.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw as he was trying to get the match ready, he accidentally smucked it and kind of knocked the camera off kilter. And right away, we got Liv Morgan up to her dirty tactics as she yanks the hair of Io Sky. I was having a brain fart there.
That's what happens when you get to be our age. Now, you mentioned you do see some interference in this match potentially later on. I'm wondering if we're going to get interference from maybe somebody else. Maybe one Tiffany Stratton, who holds the women's Money in the Bank briefcase.
I see a tease happening, but not so much a full-on cash-in. Because after last night, with the way Nia and oh my god, why is her name escaping me now?
Candice LeRae.
Thank you, Candice. Her and after the way her and Candice treated Tiffy last night, I gotta say, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe next Friday we see a cash-in.
Okay, and I can see that. What I'm wondering, and I'm thinking this, like you suggested, the tease. If we see that cash-in attempt tonight, do we see Tiffany Stratton win? And I'm going to say yes, because that way it can just pull her right away from Nia and Candice. She doesn't have to deal with that BS anymore. And then, of course, she's with her partner on Raw because, again, of that transfer window, but she has a way to go back and forth between shows because she can challenge any champion of her choosing.
Yeah, we also got Bobby Stats presenting an interesting scenario too. What if Pure Fusion Collective shows up? Because we know that the PFC have had their issues with Damage Control as well. So costing Io the championship would just raise the fire between those 6 women.
Absolutely a possibility. We never thought of them. And keep in mind that we do have that Dakota Kai eliminated Shayna Baszler from the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. And then we do have Zoe Stark and Raquel Rodriguez, along with Caden Carter, in the triple threat tournament match this coming Monday. So there is always that potential there as well with PFC and Damage Control. Oh, geez. I don't know if there's anybody there that really fits that vibe that he had. Really, potentially, maybe the only one I could see would be, again, a Shinsuke. But I could also see him maybe you put him in NXT with somebody, or do you put him with Carmelo Hayes? As I am having issues with my headset right now for some reason, I'm not picking you up in my headset. Thankfully, you are sitting right beside me. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where else a Jimmy Hart could go. Honestly, if there's one guy that I could think of that might even be better than Carmelo Hayes, would be Alexis King.
Okay, OMD seems to is the only one that's having some mic issues here, but I've got my mic working on here.
Yeah, now I'm hearing you clear as day and normal volume.
Weird. OMD saying he can hear me.
So give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try something here.
Yeah, OMD is going to take a moment here, guys, to step away. Apologize for this. I can actually hear myself through his headphones here. He's just going to do a quick little test. Let's commentate what OMD is doing while we're on commercial break. Liv Morgan, by the way, walked away with the win, and we saw Rhea Ripley show up. OMD's rebooting his system here. I gotta ask you, bro, where'd you get those lights? Because I think those are the lights I might need for myself.
I got those at Walmart.
Are these the same ones that Carl has?
Similar. These ones are just USB and don't have a remote or a phone app.
I might have to look into those. Because that ring light that I'm using right now, the one I paid $15 for over at Canadian Tire, I noticed it's starting to fade out a little bit.
I bought these. They were $50. Then they went on sale down to like $23 the last time I saw them, and I haven't seen them at Walmart since.
Yeah, Carl said the same thing. Like, he bought those lights. They were like his lights. They were like the last ones in stock. And he's just like, go whenever you can and just check, you know? But we got Bobby Stats coming in here saying it's nice to see Liv Morgan having a match against Io Sky. Yeah, that actually was a pretty good match. I wouldn't mind seeing them go at it one more time. Yeah, but right now we're still looking at the Peacock WWE. We'll be right back.
See, and the funny thing is I could hear myself in my headset through your mic.
So if we have to, then maybe we can set this up in between us and do a show, you know? We'll just have to move you in slightly closer or something, you know? Do you want me to send you the link? Oh, yeah. You know what I kind of realized thinking about this, because in the off season, they're doing renovations over at the Rogers Center. The WWE is going to get the chance to show the renovations before the Blue Jays can do it. Oh, World Heavyweight title match coming up next. Finn Balor making his way to the ring. Triple threat match here.
Check, check. Check, check. Testing.
But right now, Bobby Stats is asking, who do you guys think takes the pin in the triple threat match? Ooh.
This one, I had Damian Priest coming out on top and winning this match.
Who does he pin, though? That's the question.
I think he's going to pin Gunther. It's going to be the distraction from Finn Balor.
I'm going to go with Gunther taking the win, but he pins Damian. That way we get Finn coming out and saying, I wasn't pinned in that match. I want a rematch.
Right, and I absolutely...
I accidentally hit the mute button on the microphone.
All good. I completely get that. But I think if you're going to have Gunther lose, this is the time, and let it be clean. Let's not forget the Judgment Day history between Finn and Damian.
Yeah, that's going to be a factor in this match. Do we see them pair up? Do we see them fight?
We know that we are going to see both of those things happen in this match.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the short mount on, set it out like this, so that we can continue talking.
Perfect.
I was going to say, I saw the longest reigning, and I'm like, wait, what title was he the longest reigning? Intercontinental title, duh. We just mentioned the Honky Tonk Man, the second longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, that we did. But we also have to wonder, is Ludwig Kaiser going to make his presence felt?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I did see something about Kaiser today, but I can't remember what it was.
I did not see a lot in terms of wrestling today, which was very intriguing.
Yeah, I was out the door most of the day, so when I came home and I was trying to find out. So the reason why I'm here at OMD's place, guys, is because up here in Canada, I don't have access to NBC because I don't have cable right now, and I'm still having trouble trying to get my TV service from Virgin going. So the reason I'm here is because, again, Don't have access to NBC. It's not showing on the WWE network, from what I understand. So I quickly messaged OMD. I'm like, OMD, come pick me up so we can do the show together here. And yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's exactly why we're here. I rushed to pick him up, and now I'm having mic issues.
Watch when I leave tonight, your mic starts to work again.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Because as I said, there's power going to the microphone, so I'm wondering what the heck is going on there. And we've got the peacock logo up on our screen again.
Yep. And I can hear you now through my headset, which was what was going in the first place.
Does your camera have an onboard microphone?
Might.
We might have to give that a test later on. Just because I don't want you to be missing out on like the Raw Patrol or any of the other shows that we're doing if you have a mic trouble.
I'm not sure, but let me try something here now. Since I'm getting the audio through you again,
Mm-hmm.
let me test it.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna mute myself over here.
All right, am I back? Fuck again. Am I back? Keep going. Am I back? Can you hear me?
I hear you faintly.
Did you hear that?
No.
Okay. Because I'm not picking myself up in my headset. So this is weird.
Yeah. I'm coming in clear as day, even with the mic moved away like this, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still getting that little bit of lag, but that's to be expected in this scenario.
Yeah. It is what it is. The problems of working in production. Just gonna say that. I'm actually surprised that I was able to get the intro edit off as fast as I could, because I got home at 5 o'clock, which did not leave me any time to edit. But Bobby Stats is saying that he is enjoying our PLE Patrol. Thank you, Bobby. Despite all the troubles we're having right now, we greatly appreciate you guys doing this. Hopefully, for the next Saturday night's main event, which will probably be actually the next PLE Patrol, we won't have these issues.
With any luck.
But right now, yeah, I missed where Gunther got taken out, and we've got Damian and Finn just battling each other. Oh, never mind. Gunther just I know I said Sami was spitting chicklets earlier, but now Damian and Finn Balor are.
That they are. But yeah, that huge boot from Gunther coming in.
And the way that was shot too, because you didn't see where Gunther was coming from. Couldn't even see him at ringside.
No, and like you, I missed where he had been taken out.
Gunther's just standing up like, did you really chop me just now?
Interesting.
There's not a lot of intensity right now to this match, and I'm hoping it's going to pick up a little later on, which I assume it will,
Right.
especially out of Damian and Finn. And I spoke too soon because right now Damian is showing a little bit of that intensity.
Yes, he is. And this is something to be expected in a triple threat, is a slightly longer feeling out process, leading to this intensity and this pickup.
Yeah, because it's like Shawn Michaels once said, when you're in a one-on-one match, it's easy to get that rhythm. But when you add more people to it, that rhythm is not there.
Right?
By the way, if I can recommend a body armor drink, strawberry banana is actually pretty freaking good.
Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind.
I'm just lucky I got these bottles for free because they're like $4 a bottle. So
Yes, they are.
that's right. The women's U.S. title is still to come. I gotta say that match is probably going to be next. Actually,
Yeah. There's only 2 matches left. I mean, this has been fantastic so far.
I'm totally enjoying this show, and you guys have noticed the slight smile across my face because it's just total nostalgia. Oh, I didn't even notice that, but up in the corners, they've got screens that are up there that are kind of hanging there like the old banners used to be. I didn't even notice that.
Yep. I just missed when it says IcoPro.
They do that for the old Raw throwback episodes. What I'm enjoying about this match too is there hasn't been any like discernible lead in this match. Like it's just been Damian takes one guy out, Gunther takes Damian out. Then Finn comes in, takes Gunther out. Like there's no.
Yeah. And we're getting the results in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Liv Morgan defeating Io Sky. Drew McIntyre, of course, defeating Sami Zayn.
Yes, this is our 3rd match of the night, and we are halfway through the show. This is where I wish we could have had that extra hour and given Io and Liv a little more time.
Finn, you gotta. Okay, you were letting Damian stand up. Okay, I thought he was just taunting before going for the coup de grace. I was like, Finn, don't waste your time, man. If you want to win the belt.
Oh,
Oh man.
right in the yam bags from Gunther.
You know what? When I see people do that, I think to myself, thank God I was not a high flyer.
Right?
Look on Finn's. Yeah, but Damian's still fresh there, Finn. I like this act of desperation we're kind of getting out of Finn, doing a pinfall whenever he can.
Yep.
Because Finn wants to obviously erase the what happened to him 8 years ago, and actually have a lengthy reign. And I wouldn't mind seeing him have a lengthy reign actually with the belt.
Me neither. As you know, and we've discussed ad nauseum, I am one for the 6 to 9 month title reigns with some significance to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a power bomb from Gunther.
I felt that on my back. Wow. Wow. Gunther retaining. Bobby Stacks is saying he's been enjoying Saturday night's main event and just, I don't know. What do you think? Was that a definitive finish there for Gunther?
Yes, it was. And I think it's now time to maybe find a new contender for him.
Hey, I just noticed something about Gunther's side plates. They changed them. Remember, Parrish has been kind of complaining about them. They now no longer say Gunther on the side; they say Ring General on the side of them.
Nice.
Oh wait, sorry. One says Gunther, the other says Ring General. The OCD in me says they should be matching.
Well, he also at one time had the Austrian flag.
Yeah. Yeah, he did too, because I noticed that actually when I had Gunther come into the ring, when I was creating the intros today, I noticed that he had the Austrian flag under the Gunther name for his World Heavyweight title run. C4 Energy, the official drink of WWE. You really think that Prime would be the official drink? And right now we've got Kevin Owens doing a promo. Or is he getting? No, he's getting ready for his match. Kevin Owens, the Canadian Dream. Nick Aldis. Just as I said, up next, women's U.S. title finals, and I've been saying this for weeks. Chelsea Green's going to be taking it.
I know. I had Michin winning it right from the start.
So this is a battle of OMD versus Chris Best.
It is. But if you will excuse me, it is time for my locker room visit.
All right. Just going to mute the mic here because OMD is going to have to I just realized I was muted that whole commercial break, but we've got Jesse Ventura on our screen here. There's a part of me that, well, actually, we did discuss this beforehand, but I want to see Jesse at all the Saturday night's main events now.
Right. Well, and I read earlier today that he is contractually obligated to 4 TV appearances a year.
Bobby Stats, Bobby Stats is coming in and saying, "Who do you want to see take on Gunther next?" I'm gonna go ahead and say it's clobbering time.
Interesting. For me, I gotta go. Maybe you get Seth in there. He gets beat, and then he snaps and goes off the deep end.
Okay, Alicia Taylor trying the Chelsea Green thing that Samantha Irvin used to do, and the one,
Yep.
and the sound that Chris Parrish does. And Joe Tessa, or Pat McAfee,
Pat McAfee
tried it and he failed.
But it's Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he's allowed to have that kind of fun. But we're looking at just how dominant Chelsea was over Bailey last night. That was actually a very good match between those two, and I highly recommend, if you guys get the chance to watch last night's SmackDown, do it. You'll be doing yourselves a favor.
But I suppose that since, because Bobby coming in saying Seth Rollins, I suppose since we're both picking 2 guys who appear to be entering into a future feud, maybe we have that as the number 1 contenders match on January 6th.
But yeah, and let's not forget that Gunther could end up defending the title even at the next Saturday night's main event, and then the week after at the Royal Rumble.
And let's not forget that we have the trade window. Gunther could be on SmackDown.
Yeah, so in that case, let's say Gunther does go to SmackDown, and let's say Roman Reigns stays on SmackDown. Roman would be a likely candidate to challenge Gunther as well.
Yes, he would. But is that how you turn Gunther face? Is maybe by having the new bloodline?
That's the other option too, because now you've got Solo, you got maybe Jacob Fatu possibly challenging. We got Jessica Carr with the referee eye camera now. She's looking beautiful tonight, by the way.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, all the women in the WWE are beautiful in their own way.
They are. And Chelsea with an homage to her husband.
Yeah, she's wearing the old school Zack Ryder gear. Correct me if I'm wrong. Zack Ryder was a U.S. champion at one time, right?
He was. He was the U.S. champion, an Intercontinental, and a tag team champion.
I was going to say, but could never, well, in the WWE, he could never reach that upper echelon. And I'd say in the WWE because he's gone on and held world titles in other companies.
Yes, he has. And we really haven't seen any outside interference tonight.
Well, we got Piper Niven hanging around ringside, so like keep an eye on her.
Yep.
See?
She's the first person to actually be at ringside with her partner.
You know what? If I'm Chelsea, I'd be like, yeah, I'm proud of that.
100%. And Peacock tells us, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's actually a perfect opportunity. And I'm sorry, OMD, if I'm going to make you a loop here, but this is a perfect opportunity to showcase everything we've got going on with the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. So let's do it.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we get a variety stream with the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
You got my audio issues tonight?
Oh, it went away right away. And the thing is, I can hear it in my ears still, but I can talk. Yeah. The thing is, I completely cleaned out my computer, even ran an update. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I cleaned my computer the other night and then updated it last night after security detail. And
I got to assume, because both you and I use Firefox, I got to assume maybe it's a browser thing. This is a extra long commercial break we got here.
I gotta ask, I know we're not big fans of cashing in on the mid-card titles. Do we see Tiffany Stratton do it just to send Chelsea Green right over the edge with her gimmick?
That would be interesting to see. And I could actually see that happening. I could see like Chelsea having her moment to shine, only for somebody to take it away. Because let's face it, the last couple of years, or with the exception of last year, no, actually, it was last year too, in the Royal Rumble. Remember when she was surprised that she lasted longer than she did the previous year,
Yep.
and then she kind of let it get to her because she ended up staying in the ring for like, I think it was like close to 20 minutes before she finally got dumped out,
Yep.
and then she threw a fit then. that Rough Rider didn't look as clean as when she connected it on Bailey the other night.
No, it didn't.
Okay, that was an interesting way to lead to that take out everybody's spot. That was a different way to do that. I like that.
Yep, so did I.
And now Piper should be down for quite possibly the remainder of the match. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's Michin's finisher, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
And we're
a finish she was given by Gail Kim.
That was messed up too. Smart move by Chelsea. Wow.
Yep.
These women are. I'm really enjoying this match. These women are definitely adding importance to that United States title by doing everything and anything they can to try and win this match.
Oh, absolutely. It's all bets are off. The stakes have never been higher. And I think you needed to give this match maybe a little more run time than the women's world title because it's the inaugural.
Wow. That was it. That was cool. Yes. That yes, guys, indicates that my pick won the tournament.
She did. It is something that I had seen yesterday that she was widely expected to win.
And I thought at that moment when Piper got up there, I thought Piper was going to be like a detriment to Chelsea at that point.
Right.
But what a finish. What a finish that was.
Beautiful rolls into the unpretty her.
And the crowd is giving her just desserts. And good on Chelsea. I'm proud of her.
Oh, only one side for the pyro tonight.
Interesting.
But it is apropos because where are they tonight?
Long Island.
Who is from Long Island?
Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona. Edge's bitch.
No, it's been changed. Now it's Adam's bitch.
Yeah. Hearing the old school theme songs just it's hitting me in the nostalgia.
I can only imagine.
This is actually something I'm glad that we're seeing right now is we don't see enough of these charity work
Right.
these charity videos that the WWE did. Vince McMahon was very guilty of doing that, and it actually did showcase the good stuff that WWE is doing. And I kind of wish Hunter would show a little bit more of that, as well.
Right. And you're seeing both baby faces and heels doing all this stuff,
Mhm.
not just the baby faces.
And you know what's interesting too is it's not the usual. We're not seeing what the hell, Titus doing it,
Right?
because it's almost always him that they show doing these things. And I know that he's a global ambassador and he probably was out there doing that, but that's awesome that they're doing this stuff. Bobby Stats is coming in and saying congratulations to Chelsea Green on being the first ever WWE Women's United States Championship. Not just the first ever WWE United States Women's Champion, but the first ever woman to hold a women's mid-card title.
Yes. And in homage to our boy Parrish, what better way to crown a women's United States champion than putting the belt on a Canadian?
Yep.
I gotta do my best Jay on right in there.
I really can't wait to see her parading around with the title. I'm actually, I do follow her on social, so I can't wait to see that too, you know?
Right.
There was a part of me, though, when you mentioned cash in, there was a part of me that was when I saw Piper holding Chelsea up like that, that I thought we were going to see the Randy Orton Batista backdrop, you know?
You and me both, but there was nobody there to do this.
Yeah. The one thing I did notice too is the way Piper was holding Chelsea up. It was similar to when Macho Man won the WWF title at WrestleMania 4 when Macho was holding Elizabeth on his shoulder.
Yep. Yeah, it was on the one shoulder. It wasn't.
Yeah. Bobby Sats is looking forward to seeing who could challenge Chelsea for the Women's United States Championship. And that's exactly what I'm thinking too, is like that tournament definitely showcased the women who could very well challenge her. But I'm going to go out and say this right now that I think the first challenger is going to be Michin.
Oh, it has to be.
And then we got Bailey. Bailey's going to want to step up and challenge for the title.
Yeah.
And hell, even because she's rumored, both these women are rumored to return, but we don't know which roster they're going to be on. Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
Right? And Charlotte was widely rumored to be returning tonight, but we haven't seen her yet.
We might see her in one of those like in the crowd kind of things like we saw with Tito and Jimmy Hart there. The one thing that this show is missing though is the backstage interviews with Jesse Ventura.
Yes. But you know what? I'm okay with it. It's been a wrestling heavy show and not a promo heavy show, so I'm good with it.
Right, but remember those old Saturday Night's main events? We'd get like a quick little promo from, like if the Honky Tonk Man match had it coming up, we'd see Honky come and do a quick little 30-second promo before he went out to the ring for his match, you know? Hey, buffering. It's been a while since we last saw you.
That's right.
You know, you made these bufferings seem bad to me, like when you were telling me about the service you have. It's not that bad.
Some cases it's not. Some cases it'll just go. I've had the screen completely freeze.
Yeah, Netflix kickoff on WWE headquarters Wednesday at 2 p.m. Oh, and it's going to be across their social media, so I'll be able to watch that. I'll check that out. Oh, there we go. Greg the Hammer. Oh, he's looking to be a bit in rough shape. dropped a lot of that weight though that he was carrying because
Coco.
okay, when it comes to Coco, guys, everybody says he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I 100% disagree with everybody because of what Coco has contributed as a low card talent. He put on some of the most entertaining matches in the 80s and the 90s. Grant, you don't have to win a championship to be in the Hall of Fame. It's the memories that these wrestlers built for us that they deserve to be in that hall. And for that, that's why I think Coco deserved his induction.
You know what? Like, for me, like, I even put a guy like Hacksaw in there that I didn't think he deserved it. But, I mean, solid mid-card talent. He was
the first Royal Rumble winner. He also held a King of the Ring title at one time.
True.
And now in WCW, that's where Hacksaw won his titles. He's a former U.S. champion and a former TV champion. This is actually the one thing I don't miss about Pat McAfee is his little magistrator kind of things.
Oh, I love it.
I used to think that Jerry Lawler used to do them better, but then again, Jerry Lawler knows how to draw. So, but Bobby Stotts has got somebody interesting too to challenge Chelsea Green. Blair Davenport would be an interesting match.
I would love it.
This is Damian, he says. That's a little bit dark, actually, considering how Damian actually died. And no, Damian did not get squished by Earthquake like everybody thought he did. I expect that this match is going to be a brawl. And I'm wondering if I wonder if we do see maybe Orton come back tonight, or even if KO does take the title off of off Cody, maybe Orton becomes that first number one contender for KO.
Right. But we also have to factor in Randy Orton is the Viper. He has been back for a little over a year, and it might be time for that heel turn. Could we see the RKO to put the belt on Kevin?
Mm-hmm. But if that's the case, then there's also a part of me that says that could see Orton coming out saying, I didn't do it because I wanted Cody to win, or I did it because I want a shot at you.
Right.
And to think, though, this all would not have happened if Cody didn't say, "Hey, I want to fight Kevin Owens for my title."
Right.
Kevin Owens, again, guys, just to remind you guys, he didn't want that title match. Wow, I didn't realize that. Seeking his first singles championship since 2017.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I would say that KO and Finn Balor are due.
Yeah. Because even after that finish with Gunther there, something tells me that Gunther, Finn and Damian are still going to challenge him, but in one-on-one action, you know?
Absolutely, but I think you need to get away from that. Let Finn and Damian battle each other one more time first.
And maybe that's where, like, because you had mentioned Punk and Seth doing a number one contenders match. You could even do the same thing with Finn and Damian as well.
Or as we just saw, because we know that he's going to be on Raw January 6th and making his return for his retirement tour. Do we see a John Cena step into that role?
I mean, John Cena's he's tied with Rare's record, so there's a whole story right there, you know. And I know at the same time to Triple H, Ric Flair's record is sacred, so I don't think John would break it.
Well, I think if any two actually truly deserved to break it, it would have been Orton and Hunter. But it also depends on what Flair wants. And let's not forget that Flair still considers himself a 21-time world champion.
Yeah, because we're not factoring the titles that weren't counted, like titles that he's won, world titles he's won outside of WCW and the WWE.
Right? So Ric Flair would still have that potential 21-time world championship. It's just the 17 acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone deserves to be acknowledged, it's Ric Flair.
I will always acknowledge Rick, but not so much lately, because like some of the stuff he has been saying, it's just been a little bit out there, you know.
The guy is 75 years old, making an energy drink, and has a cannabis strain with Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want to try his strains.
Woo!
Although, I will flat out admit I do cannabis. I would try RVD stuff though. And you're looking like that doesn't surprise me that RVD has his own.
Oh, I knew RVD had his own stuff. RVD has his own papers.
Yep.
By the way, at my last check, it was 3-2 for Detroit.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Leafs, pull it through. Let's see. Whoops, I went back like a week trying to look at the scores. There we go. 3-2 for the in the Jets Habs game too.
And now 21 seconds to go, so likely a final.
Yeah, a little under a minute in the finals in the game between the Jets and Canadians too.
Well, mine's saying 20 seconds for the Jets and Canadian and 21 for the Leafs and Rings.
Yeah, I just got the update. 21 seconds. Well, at this point, because of how delayed it is. Those games are probably over by now.
All right, is he coming out in the Stardust suit?
What is what is the surprise? This is what I've waited. Well, that video came out on what, like Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that?
Yeah.
What have you got to show us, Cody? He's probably hiding it under his robe. Oh, he is hiding it under the robe. I vaguely see it.
So do I.
They're purposely cutting away to not show it. He's probably going to reveal it here, Cody. It's the winged eagle.
It is.
Oh, yes.
Oh, beautiful.
God. Oh, it's so good to see the winged eagle back.
Oh my God.
It looks so good on Cody's waist. It really does. That makes me so I'm welling up with tears a little bit here. He needs to permanently have that belt trip, Hunter, not just for tonight.
Right.
Oh, Michael Cole giving a little history on the Winged Eagle belt.
Yep.
And how it was replaced by the Big Eagle, as we all call it. The last person before Cody to hold it was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
Another man that Kevin Owens has wrestled.
Absolutely. All right, we've got 15 minutes.
I get a feeling this match is probably going to go slightly over. Okay, my bad. It's Lillian Garcia announcing tonight, so it was Lillian Garcia attempting to do the Chelsea Green voice earlier.
Yep. Both our games ended up with a 4-2 final.
I kind of figured an empty netter was going to be thrown in there. Kind of figured that. When I get home and I load up 2K24, I'm going to put the Winged Eagle on Cody.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I have it on Hulk Hogan right now, though. It's either Hulk Hogan or Shawn Michaels. I can't remember which one. Jesse's spitting some truth, man. That's what I loved about him on promos. He made you agree with him. Agree with the heels, essentially.
Right? so good to hear Jesse's voice back, see him live on WD TV. But you also have to wonder, do we potentially maybe see the return of Dustin tonight?
Yeah, I've been trying to follow up on what his contract status is with AEW. It's done by now, right?
I believe it is. But I don't know if he is still technically an ROH tag champ and maybe doing a per appearance deal.
Until they drop the titles, right?
Yes. Because he was a 6-man tag champ with the Von Erichs and tag champ with Sammy Guevara.
There's a part of me that we're getting picture-in-picture commercial right now. There's a part of me that kind of wants to see Sammy Guevara go to WWE.
Right?
I don't know. I like him. He's a very likable person.
He is.
And I just feel like he would benefit better on the NXT roster.
Oh, 100% he would. I mean, just imagine. I know it's going to happen sooner than it could, but a Trick versus Sammy match. But Trick will be up on the main roster sooner than that could happen.
Yeah, because I get a feeling Trick is going to be one of the move over to the main roster come the draft or even the trade window. Actually,
Well, that's what I have been hearing. Is he is widely expected to join the SmackDown roster.
if that's the case, then I would move Carmelo to Raw to keep them separate.
You and me both.
Because when they get that chance to finally meet, like let's say in a Royal Rumble or if they're doing a cross-brand battle royal, you want that moment to be special, you know?
Yeah.
It's like after they had their feud, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, anytime that they tangled in the Royal Rumble, it was a special moment, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but those Apple Watches look ugly.
Well, for one, it's an Apple product.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. Not Apple guys here if you're in here watching.
No.
I appreciate the tech. I do. I appreciate the things that they've done. Because let's face it, when it comes to editing, iMacs are the better machines for that. I just don't have the near $3,000 to spend on one.
Right?
So I'll settle with my cheap little laptop. It's doing me good. Oh, trading the Dusty punches. I kind of like that. Again, Jesse spitting some truth here, saying, "Why is Cody waiting for that power slam? He should be capitalizing."
That disaster kick looked a little bit high.
I was gonna say it looked a little bit messed up, but then again, as they've been pointing out on commentary, we got Cody dealing with a bit of an ankle injury from what Kevin Owens had done to him. Props to Kevin Owens for rolling away like that, but props to Cody for keeping his balance on that top rope. Shades of Randy Orton with that RKO on the table.
Right. And is that the foreshadow, the premonition of things to come?
Yeah, Cody, you almost never went off the Cody cutter, so
It's the Oz cutter.
I was just thinking about this, and maybe I might be wrong on this, but I'm thinking out of all the competitors we've seen tonight, only one of them has had their dad actually compete on a Saturday night's main event, and that's Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
And the one Saturday night's main event I can actually remember him competing on was an Oktoberfest edition of Saturday night's main event where he took on Dusty took on the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Cody's brother Dustin was also on that show because they were building towards the tag team match that Ted DiBiase and Virgil that they were going to have against DiBiase and Virgil at the Rumble.
Right.
And it started from that episode because in that episode, DiBiase decided he was going to buy all of the ringside seats from the fans, and then he tried to buy Dustin's, but Dustin wasn't having it. And that led to Virgil and DiBiase attacking Dustin, and Cody or Dusty coming to make the save and taking the count out because Dustin got a savage beatdown from DiBiase and Virgil. And Charles Robinson has just been taken out here, so something's got to happen.
Yes, our first ref bump of the night, and Charles Robinson is out.
And we got a phantom pin here. Well, here comes another official.
It's not the late Joey Morella.
That's the other thing that would be a nostalgia thing. If Joey Morella were still alive and officiating, I can guarantee you, because he used to do it all the time, but Jesse Ventura would be ribbing him.
Yep. You know who else I would love to have seen come out in this spot?
Earl?
Earl.
Oh, I thought we were going to see another referee bump based off that. Oh, there it is. So at this point, if I'm Kevin Owens, and because I'm the heel, I'd be doing everything and anything I can while I got 2 referees knocked out. I'd go and grab a chair, maybe grab the brass knucks, grab that belt, clock Cody with it, That was perfect.
Right. Yes, it was.
Wow.
What a finish.
He didn't have to use 3 fucking crossroads.
Right?
See, Cody, you can win off one, even though that one was on a chair. You can still win off one.
And really, the only interference we've seen tonight in shenanigans was Piper Niven in the U.S. title.
Yeah, and it was just like the typical Piper
Yeah.
stuff, the typical stuff we would expect out of her. Now, I can guarantee you, Cody or KO probably going to look for a rematch and just be like, look, you used a chair to beat me. That was unfair. Let's do this again,
Yeah. So we had a fairly solid 2 hours of wrestling.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
You had your little vignette packages that did not eat up 5 minutes at a time.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get 7 good quality matches onto a PLE, there's your prime example.
Mm-hmm. And we fade to black, so no shenanigans even after the show. Overall, I loved this show. This might be one of my shows of the year.
I won't go to the show of the year.
It's in that running for me.
Fantastic show. And really, I guess the most shocking moment of all was that there was no overly shocking moments.
Yeah, which is, it was by the books, but it was a good by the books.
Yeah. As our friend Parrish has said, the simplicity of it
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely brilliant.
And on that note, I think it's time that we give out those old socials here. Give me one moment here to pull them up here. All right. OMD, where can those people find you, man?
Well, as it has been sitting right underneath my name the entire time, I will read it off to you now. It is my link tree. linktr.ee/OMD show.
All right. And you guys can look for me at my link tree. If it's showing, is it showing on your screen? Okay, it is. lankTR.ee/Chris_best83. Visually, you will find me Monday night alongside OMD, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the Raw Patrol. OMD, what are those famous words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
The following is a test of the Emergency Podcast Network. Please stay in your homes, remain calm, and await further instructions. The PLE Patrol will be with you momentarily.
For miles, just another day. Waiting for the sun to shine in vain. Welcome to my